Evening, welcome to I think episode 6 of how to build a really cheapish box farm on the railway, my Wits End extension. In the last episode, I think you see me trying to get this box sorted out, ready for scenics and tracking, etc. Holes have been cut. It skews the bottom of the box, but that does happen, which is part of course, and the same on that side. Now, I mentioned before we had staples in the boxes. There we go, that was one bit of a damage, but nothing too major. Staple here, which has been cut off, trimmed and squished now, so you cannot feel it with your finger. And the same on that side. So, to continue with the box build, what we need is a few things. Let's put them in, see what you think. So, first thing we need is cork. Your choice, don't have to use it. I find it sort of helps deaden the sound a little bit, and it also gives you things to paint onto or glue to and doesn't destroy the box structure. You're also going to need, doing this process, a Sharpie pen and a sharp knife and a paintbrush when it comes to it. So what we'll do now, we'll open the cork, pop it in, measure it up and then go from there. See in a few moments. One thing to note, even though it clearly says 2 times A4 cork sheets, which came in this pack via online marketplace, the boxes are bigger than A4. I think they're A5 or something like that. So to make this all work, what you have to do is use 2 sheets per box. So what we'll do, get rid of that, switch that around, and then add the second sheet. Bit of marking out needed, a bit of cutting, and it'll be fine. Catch you in a moment. There we go. With a little bit of cutting later, you have some lovely cork pieces. Now, bear in mind that when I measure the box, you have to take into account the folding section of the hinge. If you try and fold the box up when you cut to that black line where the paint would be, it doesn't work. So there we go. That is now a perfect fit. So the box can fold quite happily and it's not going to be a problem. So next thing we've got to do now is glue these down to the bottom of the box. And big top tip, do not throw away those pieces you just cut off, because you'll probably need them at some stage for something. I don't know. When you come to the end of the build, by all means throw away what you think you're not going to use, but until that time keep as much stuff as you can. Okay, right, so this box I'm working on is the scenic box, which is going to be countryside. So we're going to come out from the station section and then we're going to travel across out into the next box, which is probably going to be the scrapyard. So the plan is to have a hillside there and some kind of hillside there. So what we need to do now is put the cork down, which we've already pre-cut, so it should drop in quite nicely. There we go. There's a cork. That is the base of the box. For the track to be glued to, I don't pin my track down because this box is so thin, it's the hot glued. So this is the base for the hot glue. So what you need to do next is basically stick this down. So you need is PVA glue, a brush, and a mountain of stuff to hold it all down once you put the glue on. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to glue the box, put the cork on, and then we'll weight it down, and 24 hours later that should be a nice solid base to start working against. And then what we'll probably do after that is continue with the next box and the next box, do the same process, modify them to suit. So we have the front to drop down, and obviously the holes all nicely sanded down so they're not quite as rough to do when you first put a hole saw through them. It's not pretty, but it looks okay. So see you in a moment. There we go. The cork is glued down. It looks really rough, but on the other side of the coin, once the scenics are all involved, all put down in place, you're not going to see it. And cracking magazine. Go read a few. I gain some inspiration from these things. So, what we'll do, we'll wait for this to cure, which will be 24 hours or so. If you can, make sure when you do this, this box is on a totally flat surface. Luckily, my workbench, come dressing table, is glass surface, so if I make a mess, it's easily cleanable. Plus, it's perfectly flat. Catch you in episode 6, I think it is, and then we'll go from there. All right, see you in a bit. Bye.